welcome to the Pagan Perspective. My name is Angel and I am your Wednesday host. And this week we're talking about justice. Okay, so it's really going to be about how pagans, neo-pagans, view justice. So I'm going to go through the question. I'll put it down below as usual. I'm going to break down a couple meanings just in case there are people out there that aren't sure what these actually mean. But it goes, here's the discussion topic that I'm interested in. Is a modern day neo-pagan more in line with the concept of restorative justice or punitive justice? I know that I instinctively lean towards restorative justice over punitive justice, but I am out of step with the thoughts of and beliefs of other neo-pagans. Now, restorative justice was basically rehabilitating, focusing on the needs of the victims and of the offenders, and including the community. It was more of a rehabilitation type of theory, and where, basically everybody was happy. The outcome was that everybody was happy. The offenders, learned their lesson. They went back into the community, understanding what they did, and that sort of thing. Now, punitive justice, or what they call retributive justice, is a theory of justice that considers punishment, if appropriate, to be the best response to crime. When an offender breaks the law, justice requires that they forfeit something in return. Now, I can't speak for the population of neo-pagans. I think everybody's going to waver depending on what political party they follow, where they fall under the pagan umbrella, because there are paths that lean way more towards punitive, and then there are ones that lean way more towards restorative justice. And some people are going to be like me, and they're going to fall in the middle, where it really depends on the crime. For instance, for me, I think that if you are a child molester or you abuse animals, that you forfeit a lot and that you will pay for your crime. And in the society that we live in, people who are criminals, they pay for their time, they pay for their crime regardless. Now, there are some programs that rehabilitate prisoners and get them back out in society, especially if they're, nonviolent, they're small petty crimes. Now, I believe that people who maybe burglarize or rob or in that sort of realm, they can be rehabilitated. That they made a bad decision, and granted, some people never change, but given a different circumstance, people might have made a different decision. And in those particular instances, I think those people can be restored. They can be rehabilitated. It benefits the community, and if they can do something to give back to the community, and the person who they stole from feels like they learned their lesson, maybe they wouldn't have the fear of, those people coming to steal from them again, or being a victim again. And a lot of times people who are going through these programs that they're rehabilitated, they work with victims, and that also helps the victims to see that people can be rehabilitated. Not everybody is a bad guy. Now, on the retribution, on the punishment side of it, there are some crimes that can, in my personal opinion, cannot be forgiven. I don't think that somebody who molests or murders a child could ever be forgiven. I don't think that somebody who murders in general, out of cold blood, and where it's, very deliberate, and I don't think that those things can be forgiven. And that's my personal opinion. That has a lot to do with a lot of different things in my life, and not just me being a pagan. I believe that there is a give and take. There is a balance. There is a dark and light. And that everything that we do has every action has a reaction. So if you do something that takes from someone, then you have to have something taken from you. Now, like I said, everybody in this society who's a criminal, let me rephrase that. Everybody who is a criminal in this society generally pays by going to jail or prison. So they pay back their time. People may disagree on whether that is more of a luxury thing than a paying their time. But at the end of the day, I think that when it comes to neo-pagans, when it comes to things like how they see justice and a lot of different things, they're going to very much vary on what they believe due to, again, the region they live in, their political party that they're affiliated with, where they fall under the pagan umbrella, and even things that have happened to them that may affect them in a way where they might see restorative different than punitive justice. So I am not sure that and I actually don't think there is a general answer we can give for all neo-pagans. I think it's much like everything. You just have to figure out what somebody believes. So, anyways, this was an interesting question because although I understood the concept of restorative justice, I never knew that's what it was called. So it was really cool to look that up. And if anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that about this, or wants something addressed in any more depth, please comment below. I do come back and check the comments and make sure that I'm trying to catch up with everybody with their questions and just general comments. So please feel free to leave those down below. And thank you again, as always, for watching The Pagan Perspective. You guys have a great rest of the week, and I will see you next time. Blessed be. Bye.